Hey T&T, welcome back to another week of Awana, where we've been learning about the story of redemption. A few weeks back, we learned that you are made in the image of God, and so am I, so are your parents, so is every human being. We're different than all the other animals and all the other plants and the rest of God's creation, because we are made like God. Now, because we are made like God, that means that Satan hates us. He despises us. And so he set forth on a plan that would destroy us and take out as many of God's image bearers as possible. And last week we saw the beginning of Satan's plan unfurl, where he deceived the first man and the first woman into disobeying God's one rule, eating the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and were kicked out of God's perfect world, the Garden of Eden. Now, this week, we're going to learn about how Adam and Eve's mistake impacts you and I today, all right? But first, let's go back and say last week's verse. Did you work hard on it? I hope you worked hard on it, and I hope you can knock it out of the park first try. You ready? I'll be honest, this was a little bit tricky for me. I don't know why, just certain words got jumbled up. So we're going to try our best together real quick, all right? Here we go. Genesis 3:6. Now, when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. Likewise, she gave to her husband with her, and he also ate. I think I got that right. I threw an extra word in there, it looks like, but that's okay. I hope you guys got as close to word for word as possible. Hey, I'm proud of you guys. Some of these verses are easy, some of them are not, all right? That one was kind of in the middle, and I'm super proud of you. If you're memorizing these verses every week, just give yourself a pat on the back. And you know what? Even if you're not getting every single verse every week, as long as you're working hard and doing your absolute best, I'm proud of you, and you can give yourself a pat on the back anyways, all right? Now, let's get to this week's verse, because we already talked about everything that's happened in the story of redemption up until Adam and Eve getting kicked out of the garden. But let's talk about how what they did doesn't just impact them, but it impacts you and me as well. Are you ready? Romans 5:12. Therefore, just as through one man sin entered the world, and death through sin, and thus death spread to all men, because all sinned. All right, now, real quick, where'd my marker go? Here we go. I want to show you guys something. Look at a few words here. All, all right? One man, sin entered the world, death through sin, and thus death spread to all men, because all sinned. So because of one man's mistake, or you could even say two, Adam and Eve, all right? But usually Adam gets the blame. One man's mistake, all of us pay the penalty. Remember that for a second, but first I want to tell you guys something cool. I'm really excited. And I'm not just telling you guys because I'm excited. I'm telling you because it has to do with the lesson, but I'm really excited. And that is that Miss Amanda and I, we are looking forward to having a little baby girl in our home very soon. We picked out a name. I'm not saying the name right now. We've decided to keep the name a secret between Miss Amanda and I until she's born. But we're so excited and we're so happy. And we think a lot about what this baby's going to be like. What color hair is she going to have? I have brown hair. Miss Amanda's hair is more of a dark blonde. But my hair turns blonde in the summer. So maybe the baby's going to have more blonde hair or brown hair. Maybe it'll surprise us and have like red hair. Who knows? What color eyes is our baby going to have? We don't know. I mean, Miss Amanda's eyes are blue. Mine are kind of more of a gray, I think. Maybe hazel. I don't know. But we don't know what color eyes. Also, how tall is this baby going to be? I mean, I'm kind of tall. I'm 6'2". Miss Amanda describes herself as the low end of average, all right? Not short, technically, all right? So we don't know how tall or what color hair or what color eyes. You know, we also don't know what this baby's going to be into. You know what? Obviously, she's going to grow up, but as she grows up and becomes like her own person, is she going to enjoy playing outside like her dad does, or be more of an inside person like her mom is? I don't know. I know, and I'm getting kind of giddy right now, I know. But I wanted to explain all this to you to point out to you that parents pass down traits to their kids. Now, you yourself, you have certain traits from your mom and dad. I mean, your mom and dad, whatever combination of personality traits and the ways that they look, that was passed on to you. If your mom and dad both have black hair, chances are you probably have black hair as well. Or if they both have brown eyes, you also probably have brown eyes. And there's so many different things that, the way your chin looks and the way that your nose looks to the shape of your hands, it all comes back to your mom and dad having different, this is a really big word for some of you 8-year-olds, but chromosomes and genetical things going on that created you. Because moms and dads together, they create something new, but it's a combination of both of them. Why am I saying this? Because I have some bad news for you. This precious, sweet little girl is a sinner. I know, that sounds harsh, right? And right now you might even be saying, how does that even make sense? How is that possible? Because when you think of sin, you think of people doing bad things, right? I mean, what's the definition for sin that we learn? Anything that we think, say, or do that breaks God's laws. As far as I know, she has not done anything wrong. I mean, as far as I know, it's not like she's not sharing her toy. It's not like she's using mean words. I mean, she did make her mom sick for about 2 months, but I think that was more of an accident. I don't think she did it on purpose. I don't even know if she has thoughts yet. I mean, her brain works, but I don't think she's thinking bad thoughts. I doubt it. So why would I say that this beautiful little girl who hasn't even seen the world yet is a sinner? Therefore, just as through one man sin entered the world, and death through sin, thus death spread to all men and women and little girls, because all sinned. Here's the thing. Just like you received your hairline and your hair color and the shape of your body and your height and all that from your mom and dad, your mom and dad also passed sin down to you as well. Now, don't blame them. It's not their fault. It all started with Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve throughout time, all the way to Noah, and then all the way to your great-great-great-great-grandparents who came to this country, or your grandparents or parents who came to this country, or whoever it is, all of them have been passing down sin from one generation to the next. Whoa, that's pretty heavy, right? And you know what David said in Psalm 51? David said that he was a sinner from the very instant that he began in his mom's belly. That's what he said. The very instant that his life began in his mom's belly, he was a sinner. What? And that's true of Miss Amanda and I's beautiful little daughter as well. She's a sinner. And that means that even the very second that she's born, she needs Jesus. She needs Jesus. Because of sin, not only are we sinners, but death comes through sin. Now, I'm not dead right now, and I wasn't born physically dead, but I was born separated from God. And so will our beautiful little daughter, and so were you at some point. Born separated from God. But the good news that we're going to learn way more about next week is that Jesus has already provided a solution so that we don't have to be dead inside anymore. That Satan, who's trying to wreck us as God's image bearers, he doesn't have to win. And I've already found my way back into life. I've already found my way away from Satan's destruction. And now it's my prayer that Miss Amanda and I's baby will as well. And it's my prayer that you do as well. So, we're going to talk way more about that next week. But for now, I just thought that I would share this verse with you and explain it the best way that I could. And I hope that you understand its meaning a bit better as you memorize it this week. I can't wait to see you again soon. Good luck on your verse this week. Work super hard on it. See you next time. God bless.